Alrighty, welcome back everyone to my God of War 3 walkthrough. This is going to be the Scorpion boss fight, which is probably the second hardest fight in this game. So, we're gonna hopefully get through that. Now, a disclaimer: get the Nubian Cestus to level 5 before you do this boss fight, because if not, it will do less damage. So, make sure you do that. It's not going to be anytime soon. It's going to be closer to the end of the video and not now. So, you got a little bit. And we're also going to be maxing out our Bow of Apollo, which is Minotaur horns. We're going to finish those off. And yeah, by somewhere around the end of this, you will see me level up the Nubian Cestus to level 5 just before the boss fight. So hopefully you also have enough before then. The only thing that you should have leveled up to this point is the Blades Chaos to level 5 and the Bow of Apollo to level 2. Now, this game is almost over. I'd say we only have around 3 parts left, and then we're done. So, the next video is going to have a hard, not a hard fight, but it's like a medium fight. It's not too bad, if you know what you're doing. So, I'm going to show you how to do that. And then in the third video, well, 2 videos after this one that you're seeing, we will get to the #1 hardest fight in this game. So once you get past that, you're pretty much good. You pretty much have this game locked in to beat it on the hardest difficulty. But we're thinking too far ahead. Let's think about it now. So now you're just going to be fighting these new enemies, which are scorpions. Very easy. You can just grab them. Or you could do the L1 and square move, which you're going to see is very helpful in the scorpion boss fight. So you're going to be walking through this little dark cave. Just make sure you destroy the pots, because, you know, the pots will add up after a while. And as you know by now, they are very much adding up, because we've destroyed pretty much every pot in this game. So hopefully soon we are able to get the Nemesis Whip leveled up, because you will need that during the Zeus boss fight. But I don't think you guys will have to worry about that, since I will have every weapon but the Claw of Hades maxed out before the Zeus boss fight. Maybe I'll have that maxed out. I obviously didn't get that far yet, so I cannot confirm nor deny that. I usually play the game and then I record the videos, instead of like finishing the entire game and then doing it all then. It's easier because I can keep my mind straight and I can remember what I did and tell you exactly how I did it and how I made it easy. So yeah, we're gonna get to the first fight here, the first actual fight that isn't just small enemies. It would be after this cutscene plays, so I will let this play out real quick.
The gift of Hades, the liquid fire. That is what is first. Next, I will take the gift of warriors. The ice stone. That will give me the power to bring my son back to me.
Okay, so this fight's gonna have a bunch of Cyclopses and a bunch of stuff like that. Sorry if I paused there. I was fixing my eye. I had something in my eye. So for this, you just want to stay far. If you see them doing that attack, you want to dodge at the last second, so you know that it doesn't hit you. You could do the square triangle attack. It'll guarantee stun them. Try not to get ganged up on, like that happened right there. And you're gonna see it almost happens here too. That's why you want to stay far, and you just want to use your Bow of Apollo. You can do the square triangle, but that usually only works when there's only one of them, or if you get them grouped up, which as you see here, I do it to both of them, because I group them up. And I grab this one. So as soon as you kill one here, you're gonna have another Cyclops spawn, along with one that you can actually jump on top of. So you're gonna get 2 more to spawn in. As you see, I had this one low already, so I'm just gonna try and take him out as quick as possible, just to isolate it down to 2 Cyclopses again, which you see I successfully did. I don't die here, but I do fuck up one thing, which I will show you what I fucked up. So I do get double teamed here. You just want to keep dodging away, try and focus the main Cyclops so that you can jump on top of him and kill the rest. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I do use Rage here. It is recommended to use Rage here just so you can get this guy low enough so that you can grab him, like I do here. So I grab him. Now you want to make sure you kill at least 3 of them. I only killed 2, which sucks because then you have 3 Cyclopses on you again, which basically it doesn't really make much of a trade out. So try and kill 3 of them here. As you will see, I don't kill 3. I only get 2 killed. So it's very hard for me to do this, but I'm going to show you exactly how I did it and how I got through this with 3 Cyclopses chasing me. So what you want to do is you want to try and group them up and then just stay far and just keep shooting them with the bow. The bow does a ton of damage to these guys because they're still considered, you know, early game enemies, so they don't have a ton of health. The more you progress through the game, they don't gain more health. So like, you know, like if you fought a default soldier like at the end of the game, they're not gonna have more health than they did at the start. They're still gonna have the same amount. So these guys don't have a lot of health because you fight these guys pretty early. So I mean, you don't really have to worry much about this fight. So as you see here, I just stay far and I keep using the crossbow and I am able to isolate 1 down. So now I bring it down to a 1v2, which this is a lot easier than a 1v3. This one's easy because as you can see, you could just easily dodge between them. And you can also easily stun them with the square square triangle move since there's only 2. And that's about it for this fight. This fight is medium difficulty. I don't think it's super hard. I don't think it's worth enough to put it in like a top 3 of like the hardest fights in this game. I really don't think it is. I will tell you that. So now I isolated it down to a 1-on-1, and this is probably the easiest one because now you could just do square square triangle and you could just keep stunning him, which you see I do for a bit. Very easy, very easy. So that is it for this fight. We will move on to the next one.
Soon I will have my boy with me. I built it. My calculations are complete. They are accurate. There is no question of my loyalty.
Alright, so there's a little mini fight up ahead. It's just 2 Gorgons and 2 of the flying enemies. Easiest way is to just hold your block, wait until one of them do their main attack, or you could grab them and force them to do it. You freeze them, and that is a simple fight done, just like that. So you're gonna have to jump over on the right side. You should flash your thing. I don't think. Oh no, I do it. Yeah. So just flash the head of Helios and then jump over. Don't go up there. Go back, and you will find your final Minotaur horn if you've obviously followed the guide and grabbed all the chests that I did. This should be your last Minotaur horn right here. And that is how you upgrade everything. So now every item chest that you open up will give you extra blood, which will help you towards leveling up your items, which is very important and why you need to make sure that you grab all of the item upgrade chests so that you can actually get all of the weapons fully maxed out. That is it. So now we will move on to the Scorpion boss fight. Now, before we start, you will see that I do level up the Nemean Cestus. Make sure you do that too. And if you haven't been following and you don't have everything, at least if you don't have your HP and your magic maxed out by now, I would say to restart, but that honestly depends on you and how you feel. If you feel confident that you could run through the entire game again, but instead make sure you grab all the item chests, go ahead and go for it. You know, it doesn't really hurt to restart if you really have to. At least you'll be more prepared for this boss fight if you do have to restart, but that's honestly up to you. So, a best way to explain this fight is he's not hard, but his hitbox of his attacks is what makes this boss fight hard. Because there's sometimes where you could be long away from his attack and you could still get hit, which sucks. But that's just how he's made, unfortunately. So, you know, nothing you can do about it. You just gotta cope with it and find ways to counter it. Alrighty, so I will see you guys when we get to the Scorpion boss fight. Alright, so you're gonna start off with these little scorpions here. This is gonna happen a lot during the boss fight, so for these enemies you wanna run to a corner and you wanna do the L1 in square attack, which you're gonna see I do here. That's the best way to kill them, and for this first part you just gotta kill a certain amount and he will spawn in the scorpion, and there he is. So this is where it gets a bit tricky. You want to destroy the 3, what are those, like, I don't even know what you would really call them, but you just want to destroy, the 3 arms on his left and right side. The ones all the way in the back are the hardest ones to hit, like, without you getting hit. But you just want to stay far. He has his swipe attack, which during phase 1, his swipe attack will only grab you. It won't do any damage. But on phase 2, his swipe attack will start doing damage, so just watch out for that. Honestly, he's going to do this slam attack here. You just got to walk backwards. Make sure you get out of range from him. That's one of his glitchy moves, where sometimes it'll still hit you. It acts a bit weird, and if you try to stand under it, I tried that once, and I died from it. I cut it out here because I did not think that was a really worth death to show. Because if I showed you that as a death, it would just be a little weird. So once this happens, you're going to have to attack him in the middle. So do the L1 in square move because there's going to be multiple scorpions coming around you. This is the best move for crowd control, as I told you before. So it'll help you with the scorpions, keeping them away, and you can still attack him because you have to attack him enough to take one of his tooths out to do this move here, obviously. So that's what you want to do, and then he will run away. So now you want to stand in the middle, and you want to use your ability. You want to block and use your ability as soon as he spits. This is the easiest way to do this part without getting hit. You're going to see I do this a lot. And I know that I said I wouldn't use much magic, but this boss right here, you want to use some magic. And you do get magic before it, so you can't say that you don't have it unless if you wasted it. But I don't really know what you would have wasted it on, because there's no fight before this. It gives you the blue magic, and then you go straight to the boss fight. So I'm not sure if you can use the magic to like get extra hits on these, because I never tried that. As you can see there, since he's in stage 2, it deleted half of my HP. That's what I meant by in stage 2 it'll do damage to you. Yeah, he also has a attack with his tail, where he will slam down into the ground and a ice will shoot up from the floor, which I think he does it here. So I will point it out when he does do it, just so you know. As you can see here, I do get a grab kill just to get the extra health, but I only do it once, and that's it. Just so I'm able to take an extra hit, just in case if I need it. So now you just want to keep hitting it. I'm not sure how that one didn't hit me. I think it should have, but, you know, I'm not really sure. That was a bit weird. It's funny because the attacks that you don't think will hit are going to hit, but the attacks that should have hit, they sometimes just don't like to register, which is, you know, it's a bit weird, but you got to work with it. So as you can see here, I do use the rage to block that attack there. You can use your rage to block attacks. It's probably the best way to use it. It'll just reduce the damage that it doesn't really block it, it just reduces the damage. So here I use my ability just to make sure that I can get it. And as soon as you grab circle here and you hit this one quick time event, you get a checkpoint here. So you will see that I do die here, but it doesn't matter because you got a checkpoint. So you beat the boss fight pretty much. You just got to do this, which it's not too bad. I think the top left or the bottom left, you'll see me do in a second, is the best side to go. It's top left. Okay, yeah, so if you just sit in the top left. Oh, no, it's bottom left. Yeah, you just sit in the bottom left, he can't hit you, so just do that. And that is it for the Scorpion boss fight. I would end the video here, but obviously we have to get to a save first, so we're going to have a couple more fights in this video. That is it, though. You have beat the second hardest fight. It's a very hard fight, even with, like, a level 5. That's why I really emphasize that you get the Nemean Cestus to level 5, or else it's going to be a struggle, to say the least. You will struggle in this fight without it, because it's going to take a lot longer to get it to yellow, then you got to get it to orange, then you got to get it to red, and then you got to break it. And you got to do that 6 times. So it is very hard. Once you unlock that, you want to fly up here. And on the back one, do not activate that thing on the floor. If you go to the back area and you take a left, there will be a item chest, which will give you blood. So that's good. So you grab that. And I think there's one more fight in this video, and then we are done. So I will see you at that first fight, or, well, the last fight. Alright, so you're gonna get a Gorgon first. You just wanna, freeze them, or you could keep them to kill these guys. Probably your best bet, since you're not gonna have any health due to the Scorpion boss fight, unless if you didn't get a hit. This fight is hard because it's right after the Scorpion boss fight, and you have like no health. But just use these Gorgons to basically freeze each other, and you should have no problem with this. I think I do die here. I'm not sure what I die to. I just know that I do die here. So we're gonna see how I die. Or maybe I don't. Maybe I do just. No, I don't. I don't complete this here actually. So I do use my rage. Not really worth using your rage on this part. This fight's not hard. Oh yeah, I do die here because of the shield enemies. Yeah, there it is. So I do die there. Your best bet is to just keep the Gorgons alive and just use them to freeze all the enemies. Or you could do what I do here, because I actually remember what I do here. You could send both of the Minotaurs flying off of the little cube that you're standing on. If you're wondering how I do it, it's because of the parry. So I basically parry his attack, and he basically goes flying off the map. I think that's what I did, or I grabbed an enemy and I threw him off. I think that's a more likely scenario that happened here. This fight isn't too hard though. As long as you keep the Gorgons alive and you just use them to freeze everyone, you'll have an easy time. I didn't do that here, as you can see. So here's where I throw them both off. Yes. So now I just have to deal with the shield guys. Make sure you get the shield guys first, by the way. As you see here, I only get the shield guys because when they're normal, you could just parry them, but the shield guys can be a bit of a problem. So make sure you just get all of them out of the way. So, that's about it. That is the final fight in this video. I know that is. Once you complete this, you just got to do, I think, a bit of platforming. I'm not sure, and then you should be done. And yes, there is a tiny bit of platforming. It's just 2. That is it for this one, though. And we will move on to the next one, which will be one of the final 3 videos in this game. So that's pretty cool. So we will be counting them down. I think in the next video you will see me level up my stuff. Just make sure, in case you don't see that one, just make sure you do level up the Nemesis Whip. Because we're going to need that for the Zeus boss fight. So, yeah. I will see you guys in the next one. Take care.